Welcome to Harder Truths. Deep breath. Okay, so for this episode, I've invited my sister here with me because we have a truth that we want to talk about, and it's growing.
With our parents and
Yeah,
how it's been.
yeah. I think we're at an age where we can already distinguish that our parents are
Growing.
adults.
Uh,
I've distinguished it. Have you? Like, tell the people your age.
I'm 20.
Mm.
I don't look 20, but at a point in my life, I kind of understood that I saw this quote in TikTok or somewhere that said that people that have kids are just kids having kids. I mean,
Yeah.
like parents are just kids having kids,
Ah.
So when I understood that, it kind of opened up my mind that, oh yeah, we're still, parents aren't perfect. They're adults with smaller adults, and they're
Mm.
also growing individually and with the family.
This topic stemmed from the fact that we actually had our annual Christmas exchange gift with our parents, and this was more emotional than the rest of it. I think it's because when dad said na he wants us to talk to him more,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, because I don't talk to you.
No, the context for this is that during the gift giving, what we do is when we give the gift, we say an aspiration for that person,
Hmm.
and we say an aspiration or something we hope they do to us so that we
We can be
both,
supported.
yeah, we both grow as a like,
Individual. So
yeah.
like I tell Ali my aspiration for her, and then I tell her how she can support me. And
Yeah.
then vice versa. Ganyan.
So dad told the three of us that he'd hope that we'd talk to him more.
Yeah. And I was
Yeah.
like,
I was like, I was like,
Blood. The gates have opened. But I saw you first. I was like,
Oh yeah.
and then I saw you, and then that's when I started like getting teary eyed. You
Yeah.
bawled.
Yeah, I'm just happy I had the pillow there because I know there was no tissue and there was no water. So I was like, okay, I need something.
Support.
Yeah, but when dad like talked about that, in high school, I was taught about the different feelings you'd feel based on your age. You know how when you're older, you just don't get along with the times of the younger people, or you
Yeah.
can't like
Mas mahirap
evolve.
mag-keep up.
So you feel kind of isolated.
So when did you realize that we are growing up with our parents? Like when did you realize that they were human beings also?
I feel like it was a time in high school. And there was a point in high school where I I understood that my parents were old,
Ah.
and I like kind of felt sad about it.
Mm.
So I asked like my friends about it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, my parents are also aging." Like you tend to see it when they get injured because of falling, or yeah.
Ah.
I think dad like got injured in badminton,
Yeah.
and then he had crutches for like 2 weeks, and then I
Ah.
was like, "Oh my goodness."
You know, I think the difference between the eldest child and the youngest child is that you and your realizations are faster realized.
Oh, when did you realize it?
No, because like this is what I've noticed, ha.
Yeah.
Us growing up, whenever I've realized it, you'll also realize it at some point. I'm realizing it at this age.
Yeah, yeah.
You're realizing it at
At the present, but I
at my
am
past.
young.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I am younger, but you realize it at the same time.
Sometimes
of-
I feel like it's because I also talk about it
Yeah.
to mom.
I think it's because our age gap is really large. So that's why I was able to mature at a young age.
Yeah.
Yeah. The people around me talked about
Oo.
mature things, so.
Because also I realized in my batchmates, the people who have elder siblings are more mature.
Oh.
Are like more mature thinking.
Yeah.
Or more open. They've realized things faster than I have.
I think it's also because our cousins. I think I only have like 1 to 2 cousins that are my age. That were
You're
kinda
surrounded by
close.
older people.
Yeah.
So, I realized that our parents are growing up. I think more so now.
Oh.
Because I think I grew
Yeah.
up with them in terms of like growing up like children. I feel like what you said, the kid is raising a kid thing. I feel like I went through that because I'm the eldest.
Oh.
And they
yeah.
were while I was growing up, they had their own dreams. Their mom was chasing her dreams. They
Yeah.
weren't very as present as they are with you. So I also felt like na we grew up with two different parents.
Yeah, I think because I know that mom worked like for most of your childhood.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when I came, like she kind of realized, oh, there's two kids. I need to like be more involved in a sense. So I remember when we just transferred here and I was like 4 years old,
Mm.
she ended up leaving her job. And then I was like the happiest girl. I was
Girl,
like, oh my god,
I don't think she left her job. Gap
what?
closed down in the Philippines.
Oh
My
my
ma
gosh,
Okay,
that's why
so
there's no
mom,
gap.
what the heck? Not listening. So our mom used to work in Banana Republic and the company, so that's Gap Banana Republic. And then the factory in the Philippines closed, kaya nawalan sila ng work. And then that's how she got into other things like insurance,
Ah,
real
yeah.
estate, and then other side quests.
I never realized. I just knew that one day she left for work, then after 30 minutes, she came back home. And I was like, okay!
Welcome back
Like,
again. Let's have a
friend! Play,
date.
play!
Yeah.
I mentioned a while ago that I'd asked my friends how old their parents were because I wanted to see if someone had the same thoughts as me.
Mm.
Like I see dad got injured or the white hair
Mm.
or like they're not as active as they were
Used to be.
before. Yeah. And that's why I just like felt like I could see them getting weaker in a sense. So I was like, "Oh my god, this is scary."
Wait, so
Yeah.
yours is more physical
Yeah.
attributes.
Yeah.
Okay, mine kasi is more of like seeing them as people.
Like internal growth.
No, like because I realize na I'm growing with them.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them as human beings instead of parents.
Oh.
I don't know if you reached that na. I don't know if you've already realized that. But now, syempre I realized na they're growing old, ganyan. When I
Yeah.
was 23, 24, ngayon 25, I'm like, they are growing old, brother. Like, like, we need to support these people.
Oh.
So, now that I'm 25, there are attributes na I can already disagree with. Do you get it? Like,
Mm,
I don't put them on that pedestal that we used to put our parents in. I
yeah.
mean, there's some our parents, but now that I realize that they're human, there are things that I can agree with in terms of their values, their perspective that I also don't agree with. Parang ganun.
Yeah.
So, I treat them as human beings with flaws, unlike the parents on the pedestal.
Yeah, so basically you acknowledge like their age.
So, as I grew up, that's when I started realizing na, oh, they aren't the goddess and gods that we thought they were.
Yeah.
And as they are now aging, it's like, oh my god, the world is turning. Like, can we slow down? I feel like parents have that moment when they're like, slow down, don't grow up. I'm also feeling that, like, stop,
Yeah, yeah.
stop the process. Like, this is kind of a weird realization for me. Like, I'm feeling it now. Like, I'm forlorn. Like,
Oh, and that's why, because you were gift giving and you said that you hope that you would drive more so that dad wouldn't have to drive. I was actually surprised by that. I was like, oh, I thought she just wanted to drive so that she can like drive.
oh, you know what made me realize that before is when we were making Hatid Sunduyo in, I think it was me also, when I was in college and then you're in high school. And then mom was having hot flashes in
Oh,
the
yeah,
road.
she'd
And then she
have-
had to stop driving.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I was like, shucks, guys, I don't know how to drive yet.
Over real when she was going through menopause. Yeah, and then I remember like it was just so hard because it was nighttime and then we were both like at the back of the car and we're like we can't really do anything, like we just have to wait for her to get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it was morning. So we might have had
Oh.
different realizations.
Maybe I don't remember things.
Okay, will come a time when I have to
Take
ride the
over.
saddle in any aspect.
Yeah.
Any aspect. And then my dad said, we hope that your businesses grow so that you can support me. Growing up kasi, they never had that language.
Mindset?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They never told us that na you have to support us when we grow up, which I'm very grateful for kasi only lately did I realize na a lot of families have that, diba?
Yeah.
Here in the Philippines, na parang when you grow up, you really have to give money to your parents. Pero they never told us that at any point in our life.
Yeah.
Pero now that Dad mentioned it, I was like, my God, the people here are growing up. What is the happening?
Yeah.
And it's a reality. Like, it's like, that this is really what's happening. Because at some point, they're gonna stop working. And then, in my aspiration for Dad is to enjoy his retirement, we have to, support them in their retirement.
Yeah.
Right? And that's for me, as an eldest child.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't really. It's
It
just
didn't click for
now.
you?
Na-
It didn't click for you in the moment when I was internally panicking? I was like, shucks, ha? Ano sinasabi niyo dyan? Wala pa akong steady job, guys. What do you think?
Well, in that moment, I was like, why do we need to? I kind of questioned it. I was like, how are we gonna support them? But I think the most support that they need is emotionally and like transportation. Like, if
Uh,
they need to go somewhere and physically. Because I know it's not monetary. Like, our parents have prepared for monetary retirement
for
for a long
themselves.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
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 That's why I'm kind of also grateful that they thought of this early on, because I know there are parents that they can't
Of
create
course.
a retirement
Yeah,
fund,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
How did you feel when these things started happening? Like, oh, our parents are growing older.
Oh, I felt really sad because I was young, you know. So I realized at an early age, and then at that time I wasn't thinking realistically. So I was like, oh my god, they're gonna die soon. So yeah, it immediately went
Ah.
like that. I
But
was like, oh.
how about now? How are you feeling now?
Now that I'm older and I know I can handle myself, I think it's okay.
My
Like,
gosh.
there's
Really?
there's still some reservations, like sad,
Mm.
but I'm getting there.
Are you about to cry?
Maybe.
I think me, as the eldest, I feel like I realize how much I can't live without my parents. Don't cry,
Oh,
motherfucker!
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
cry, cause I'm gonna tear.
Yeah,
Ah.
like I get sick monthly. Like, I know.
Oh
I'm not
yeah.
sure why.
It's your,
Maybe
is
it's
it your period?
I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But like, when that happens, I can wake up my mom anytime. Ha!
Oh
Ha!
my god.
So, yeah, and it's intense. Like, she really prepares everything I need at that
Mm.
time.
You know what? Diba I've always wanted to move out. I've always dreamt of moving out. I thought I would by 23, but we're here now. 20
25? Oh. Oh my
Bro, I'm
goodness!
turning.
Oh my
I'm in
goodness!
my late 20s.
Oh.
But, and then I realized, like this year, the latter part of this year, na parang, when I get sick, who's gonna... I mean, we can
Yeah.
do it. Like, we can, like, write all of the meds. Pero
Yeah.
the assurance from the person who knows better than you,
Yeah.
that's where I'm like, who? What am I gonna do if I'm alone? Or like, if I don't know how to fix stuff, like the
Yeah,
water
yeah.
leaks, what am I gonna
No,
freaking do?
for
Like,
real, how do you like
at
crank a
home?
bar, or like how do
Yeah,
you
what am I gonna...
dismantle things?
What? How would I know what nozzle is to what thing? Like, if the maintenance guy goes up, what am I gonna say to that person? So, those are the realizations that I have with with our parents, and I just appreciate them more now.
Yeah.
Even though they're so annoying,
Yeah.
it comes like growing old and they're more annoying now. You realize? Do you get me when, like, I think
Yeah.
both of our parents have like short term memory.
Yeah. No, for real. Every time you bring up something, they're like, "Oh, that did happen," or "I did say that." I'm
Right?
like,
And they're adamant about it. They're gonna fight us till the death. Na
yeah,
parang, no, we never said that to you. And I'm like, what the heck? You're gaslighting me. In
yeah.
our own
But they
household.
don't mean it. So I'm like, this is quite a problem right now.
Yeah, especially with our schedule.
Yeah,
Diba?
yeah.
So I'm really grateful actually now na I have support from other people na. Kasi like with
Oh.
transpo, with people going to my events, I can't bring mom forever, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I want her to enjoy her life and her to flourish in her business.
Yeah.
So I feel like I in my head, I think God is assuring me also. Like,
Mm.
this is gonna be your new child.
He's giving you people
He's giving me people so that I don't feel like
alone.
alone,
Yeah.
if ever.
Yeah, for me, I feel grateful for my significant other, because I don't think I can live physically alone. I mean, I can, but
I
at the
have.
time when I
I'll go.
at the time when I'm sick, I really need like a physical person to lean on. Like actually like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Physical
physically.
support.
Yeah, cuz most of the time the sickness is stomach wise. So that's constipation, diarrhea, and
Yeah.
it's hard. Like when it just hurts, you need like someone to just like
Yeah, comfort na someone's there. And I was
yeah.
thinking nga din like when we have those unforeseen sicknesses or whatever, or
Yeah.
like we don't feel comfortable, who's gonna know what to do?
For
Like,
real.
what are you gonna do?
For real, when I was sick, I was like, okay, let's find something. Because I searched, like, I already took Orsiflora twice that day. So I was like, okay, I don't think I can
This is
take it
when I was
anymore.
asleep.
Yeah, I woke up at 3 a.m., but I had something on that day at 7
Yeah,
a.m.
yeah.
So I was like, oh my god. So I had to make do. And I found some fiber. And I was like, okay, at least
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Ah, tada!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I really hope our parents enjoy. That's gonna be one of my plans na coming into 2025, na I
Oh.
have to somehow not be quote and quote a burden to them anymore.
Mm.
Like I have to man up, like be an adult girl and stop leaning on the parents. I think we're very honored and blessed and privileged to have parents that still take care of us and are very loving and love to support us.
Yeah.
Like they do it out of their own love. But somehow and some way we have to say like stop the process. We have to grow up. And I think that's
Yeah.
been my tension growing up kasi they always like to take care of us. Pero I know in the back of my mind na I won't learn if I always lean on someone else or if I know there's
Mm.
gonna be a catch
Yeah.
when I fail or when I don't know what to do. So I've consciously tried to baby steps my way out of that mom and dad
Mm.
na in a way na they don't feel uncomfortable with when I go out of the country. Recently na ako nakapag out of with
Yeah.
with my friends,
Friends.
when I go when I do overnight, I
Mm.
actually send them my Google location all the time for their comfort.
Mm.
It's not like a hassle for me. Like, parang, why do you need to know my Google location? Matanda na ako. Alam ko matanda na ako. Pero like, for their
For their assurance. Ganun.
assurance, yeah.
Yeah.
Nandito ka
Oh.
na ba? Nasa stage ka na ba na to?
No.
Oh.
Because I'm just 20 and like I have no career.
Ah.
I'm just like in school.
Mm.
So my goal isn't to like provide. I mean, I know like when I was talking about the sickness a while ago, I know what to take and I know how to handle myself and I know I can do it alone.
Mm.
But monetary wise, I'm just considering myself at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think me then, I'm considering myself at the moment kasi,
Because they're the ones that are helping us monetary right
yeah,
now.
and also yun nga, they never tell us about the monetary stuff.
Yeah.
Even me growing up, they never opened or disclosed any monetary stuff. That's why I have zero
Bad
financial
finances.
literacy.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like baby steps for me is to support them in terms of like going with them to this place or like
yeah.
just emotional, mental, and physical support at the moment. And I think monetary will come naman later on.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned, they set themselves up really well
Yeah.
to be able to live a life without our monetary help. Pero
Mm.
kasi I was always in denial. People are telling me now na, "Uy, you have to give money to your parents. That's how you show your love for them." And that's coming from a good place, from the people who are telling me. And I realized na, yan kasi yung reality natin dito sa Philippines.
Mm.
Na a lot of people can't provide nga for themselves. And we always have to give back to the family. I have had that thing weighing down on me for the past months.
Oh.
I mean, kasi in my head, they never ask for it. So, I want to give them something that can help their life. Na parang genuinely help them. And now, after this cry session with our parents here in Christmas Giving Gift, I realized na more emotional yung gusto nila.
Yeah.
Even when mom asks us, "Oh, ano nangyari? Ano na yung chismis dyan?"
Yeah.
I realize that's emotional support that they want. Monetary is like bonus for them.
Yeah.
So, I feel like it differs per family and differs per dynamic. But, I do realize na important talaga to give back to your parents and show them that you love them. Especially in our situation where di naman sila nagkulang.
Yeah.
They're just humans.
Yeah. I think they just really want our time. Because I think like when you turn high school, you know when you have to do projects and you're just in your room.
I
Yeah.
realize teenagers are psychopaths.
I know they're crazy,
I went
bro.
through that. Like, no gratefulness whatsoever. No appreciation whatsoever.
Yeah. Now, I think I'm a bit prepared like with grandma. I like know how to help her physically. Like I hold my arm out and I know where she needs help when she walks.
Mm.
And I am also patient because of the older people that I've lived with.
Mm.
So I think I know how I can provide for mom and dad emotionally and give my time to them.
Mm. We have a segment on Harder Truths. It's called Wins, Wishes, and Won'ts. So for the
Bones?
won'ts, like you won't do it anymore.
Ah,
Won'ts.
won't.
So wins for the week, for me is I just cleaned my room just like yesterday, and I am resting like hibernation mode. I've slept like 12 hours. Yeah, I'm
Oh.
catching up. Actually, I don't like the term catching up because you can never catch up on sleep. It's like the sleep that you get is what you get.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get back to my normal daily rhythm. Then I went to the gym today, so I love the small wins. How about you?
Well, my finals are over, and I feel like my win because you know when you're in your finals you don't talk to your friends, so I haven't talked to anyone. But just 2 days ago, I had a sleepover with my friends. We catched up,
Mm.
and I'm like regaining my connection or like lighting up my connection with my friends.
Mm.
So I'm grateful for that. And I feel like this time of every time you take an exam, you feel the burden afterwards, right? Right now, I'm just letting it go. Like everything is done.
Mm.
We did our best, so I'm just really grateful that I was able to push through. Yeah.
Then our wishes. Wish for the next week is I hope to tie up all my loose ends in terms of work. I need to
Oh.
follow up on a lot of things. And then we're gonna pack to go to Davao.
Yeah. I feel like
Your wish.
my wish for you knew I forgot. Oh my god, that's amazing.
No,
I
I
was
was.
like, what's it again?
Yeah, no, oh my gosh, my battery's gonna die out.
Oh, okay. So my wish is I regain my strength next week so that we can fly out to Davao with, full strength energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then won't is I don't want to won't. Do you have a won't?
No, actually.
That's good. We don't need to have all the answers.
We can leave it that.
Yeah,
Acknowledging.
yay!
Yay.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining us here on Harder Truths. Don't forget to follow at It's Yani Mayo on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, Facebook. Gonna try to be active on that. How about you?
You can find me social media at you can find me at media at this Alimayo, or you can just search her up and search me up in her followings.
And then, guys, please do follow this podcast so that you're updated on the next one. But belated Merry Christmas, I guess. And
Happy holidays.
happy holidays. And I'll see you guys in the new year, 2025. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.